Hi guys, I'm Jamel.
And I'm Zipporah.
And this is Marriage on Display.
Okay, guys, so the topic we have for you today is privacy. Should there be privacy within a marriage? My position is there should be privacy.
My position is that it shouldn't be privacy, depending on what you mean by privacy.
Well, it is a difference between privacy and secrecy. And to me, secrecy is when you're deliberately hiding something from your partner that could directly affect them or affect your relationship.
No, I don't agree
that's
with.
not secrecy?
I don't agree that where it kind of directly affect your relationship. I believe is when secrecy is whenever you're hiding something from your partner. General, like not under certain circumstances to consider secrecy.
Okay, well, I feel like it has to do with them. Privacy is just my own private things that don't have anything to do with them. You know, for example, a conversation that I had with a friend that does not affect your partner at all, or maybe something that happened in the past that have nothing to do with your partner right now, or maybe how I'm feeling about something, you know, that you don't want it to affect them. Maybe having a journal or a diary, something that's private to you.
I can agree with the part about things that happened in the past that don't really apply to you guys' relationship, or if you have your own personal journal, because if your whole point of your journal is to let out certain feelings that you're having at that time in order to relieve yourself, then when you got a personal journal, I don't believe people should just be intruding in a personal space.
Do you feel the same way about a phone call or phones in general?
No, I don't. I think that you shouldn't say anything on the phone or text anything to people on the phone or to anybody else that you wouldn't want your partner to know.
Why?
Because if you're gonna say something to somebody, like say for instance, you're saying something to your friend, and then your partner's gonna feel a certain way about it because they did check into your phone, or just happen to notice it in your phone, then you putting your relationship at risk. If it's something that you shouldn't have said, you shouldn't say it.
Well, maybe it's something that you felt like saying at the time. That's the part that I feel like you should be able to have privacy. If you have a friend, you really shouldn't be venting about your partner, but come on, let's get serious. Sometimes they just piss you off, and sometimes you just need to vent. Sometimes everything is not going right, and sometimes you just need to have that outlet. And I'm not saying you should be out telling your business to everybody who's willing to listen, but if you have that one friend, or maybe that one family member that you feel comfortable with venting and letting off some steam, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, I don't think anything's wrong with that either.
Right. So if you have that friend and you decide that you want to, say something that happened and you just want to get off some steam, and maybe you may be talking about your partner, I feel like you should be allowed to do that. And I don't feel like your partner should be allowed to listen to your conversations and judge you on a moment in time.
All right, but now, the thing is though, when does it turn from privacy to secrecy? So say for instance, you same way you say you're talking to your friend, but you put it in a text message on your phone. Once you delete the text, this is no longer privacy. This is secrecy. This is my point.
Well, I don't agree with that, because that text, like I said, can be a moment in time. And it doesn't have to have any bearing on your relationship. You just was venting, or you said something, and that's it.
But you don't have to delete it. You could just say that when your significant other questions you about that. Deleting it, anytime you go ahead and you make something look funny in a relationship, it's going to cause problems. Anytime you do something that makes it look like you're hiding something, it's going to cause problems.
I can agree with that. That will cause problems, but also your spouse have to trust you. I don't feel like they should be in there looking through your phones or listening to conversations or invading your privacy.
So do you feel like the woman should be able to look through a male's phone?
Well, I don't think she should, but she's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, all right. So, but if a female is gonna look through a man's phone, then a male looking through a female's phone should be a problem. Now, I do agree. You should trust each other inside of a relationship. At the same time, the trust is two ways. You can't have it one way and not the other way. So, in my view, the trust goes from one, you trusting them not to do something, and then two, you trust them to if they look in your phone to be able to respect what you're saying when you tell them what was in there. But I think that when you start hiding things from the other person, conversation that you have, that opens the door for a person to be suspicious. Like, you start deleting, maybe you talk to somebody for 5-10 minutes, and maybe the phone number wasn't saved under no name, and then that phone number turns out deleted from your phone, or you send a text message to your friend, and then like that whole conversation between you and your friend is deleted. It makes it look kind of suspicious. I think that becomes a big problem. Now, should a person be looking at your phone? That's debatable. Some people feel like they should have that open relationship with their significant other, in which you can look through their phone. Some people feel like you shouldn't look through their phone. That's up to the people. The question is, what happens with what information you have in your phone? Should you allow to be able to keep it secret or not? And is that considered private?
Well, I think it is. I think once I feel like if it doesn't have anything to do, like if it can't break up your relationship, like if you're not cheating or anything like that, then I don't think there's anything wrong with deleting stuff in your phone. What if you got a bunch of emails from work and you just want to delete them, or you got pictures or something and you want to open up storage in your phone? I feel like if there's no worry of infidelity or, somebody being sneaky, maybe you're a criminal or something and you're trying to hide it from your partner, I feel like if there's nothing bad behind it, then it shouldn't matter. And I feel like in a relationship, you're supposed to be able to trust the person you with. Once you with them, you should be able to trust them and, not really be looking through their things. Or if you do look through their phone, take what you see with a grain of salt. You have to remember the person you're with. And I don't think everything should be suspicious.
I agree with you. I don't think everything should be suspicious. At the same time, I think that when someone does something that arrives, that brings that suspicious behavior, that there's nothing wrong with the person being suspicious when the person is doing something suspicious.
Well, if I have a conversation with my friend and I delete a conversation I had with my friend, what's suspicious about that?
Can you feel like if I ask you about the conversation that you had with your friend, what are you going to say?
Well, I will tell you what it was about, but why?
If you want to tell me what it's about, why believe it?
Well, I guess that's true too. But the thing is, why would you care? Like, this is the level of privacy that I'm talking about. You should be able to have a conversation with your best friend without having to come back and report to your husband, or vice versa, what you guys were talking about.
No one is saying reporting. The person is saying deleting. If you're saying that you're going to have a conversation with your best friend, and then you're going to delete the conversation, and if I ask you about what you deleted here, you was going to tell me anyway, then like you creating an avenue for a suspicion for no reason.
Well, I guess if I delete it, then you won't know what we was talking about, and it's not something that I have
That's
to explain.
why I become suspicious.
Yeah, but I understand that. But this is why, if you have privacy, you would not have to worry about that suspicion.
Sometimes you're not. A person is not looking into what's happening. You sitting there with your significant other, and a question pops up on their phone from their friend. The question says, "What's happening tomorrow night?" Whatever. Y'all probably got nothing happening tomorrow night. Y'all could be talking about some conversation y'all had prior about you and let's say you and me. You could be talking about something you have behind you and me. And then you went and engaged in that conversation later on with your friend. Mm-hmm. And then I'm wondering, like, what's she talking about tomorrow night? You know what I mean? It seemed like something's up because me and you got nothing scheduled for tomorrow night. So I see your phone. I look through your phone. The question itself is deleted. Now you create an avenue of suspicion. Because now what's happening tomorrow night?
Yeah, but what if nothing happens tomorrow night?
Yeah, but that don't mean that something was going to happen. Maybe if you could have got out or anything, not to say that like something bad was going to happen, but the fact that the situation occurred the way and how it occurred, you deleting it from your phone creates an avenue of suspicion. Okay. It created an avenue of suspicion.
Well, I understand that, but I feel like if you trust your significant other, you shouldn't really be snooping and looking through their things. And I feel like people have a right to their own privacy, whether it be a conversation with a friend, your own personal thoughts, or just whatever. Like, we still have a level of privacy. Even though you're in a relationship, you're still an individual.
I mean, I think that I can see you thinking that until Becky pop up on my phone. Now you want to know who that is. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if Becky...
this is my phone. Who's that? That's the first thing you're going to ask. Like, why? You know what I mean? It's private. It's my phone. No, this is my point. You gotta be real. You gotta be real about the situation.
If Becky pop up if Becky pop up on your phone.
Exactly what my point is. You gotta be real with the
Don't play with me.
You gotta be real about the situation. Like you can't say if Becky pop up on my phone and like I went ahead and stopped it from ringing, and then you went and looked at my phone later, it's Becky, and now that phone number is deleted from my phone, and then I say to you, oh, that was a wrong number. You're gonna be like, what?
Well, first off, if Becky is saving your phone, that's not a wrong number, and that you're
my
right.
number got auto name, like it pops up.
Okay,
like the name
okay. But then you're right. But now that's no longer privacy. That's secrecy because you're hiding that on purpose. Unless if it really was legitimately a person named Becky that you had no idea of,
and I deleted the number
and you
when
deleted
she called.
and you deleted the number when I called. If you really did not know this person and there really was nothing behind it, then I guess that's okay.
But it created an avenue of suspicion because when you go back, if you go like Becky, then you look and let me see who this Becky is in his phone because you seen Becky pop up. I stopped it from ringing real quick. I don't know who it is, and I'm telling you that I don't know who it is, but I deleted it. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody text the wrong number and then I delete the text. You saw the text pop up and you just wondering what it was about now because you know what I mean? Not that you don't trust the other person. It's just that it's natural for a person to wonder who the heck this person is you never seen before. And then you got the opportunity to look and you see that the text from that person is deleted. I mean, you created the suspicion.
Well, I understand that. If it's something like that, if it's something that's out of the blue and out of the ordinary, then you probably would say that to your partner. But I'm not necessarily talking about weird coincidences and strange things that doesn't normally happen. I'm talking about a regular conversation with a friend.
It don't need to be deleted then.
Yeah, but what if you don't want the person to know what you're talking about? What if your friend is telling you something?
Then it's secrecy.
Yes, but it's privacy as well because if it don't have anything to do with you, what if my friend is telling me something?
I'm supposed to know that.
Yeah, but why are you looking?
And then nobody's looking for that conversation. It's not like someone's looking for that conversation. It's happenstance. If you're the type of person that look through a person's phone and they look because they look through your phone, or that's just how you guys are, then like if you're in this relationship where y'all don't look through each other's phone, that's understandable. But if you're in a relationship where y'all look through each other's phone, deleting conversations, deleting texts, you're opening the door of suspicion and like you're creating a problem.
Okay, well, I don't know. I still feel like you should have privacy. You guys, maybe you could tell us what you think about it or maybe how you deal in your relationships. Do you guys have privacy or is everything an open book?
I already know. Women, it ain't okay for no man to be able to tell him she can't look through his phone, check his Facebook account, and men supposed to just be able to just trust him. But like I said, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people allow open looking into each other's phones. Some people don't. But if you do allow people to look into your phone, is it okay for them to delete texts that they feel like is just personal between them and their personal friend? Would you feel suspicious of that? Or if you don't, what if they occasionally look here and there and then say something about it? Because I think that's what it boils down to, how you guys look at the situation.
Okay, well, you guys let us know what you think. And
no, I'm Jamel.
And I'm Zipporah. And
this is Marriage on Display.